Hello Gemini, welcome to your reading for July with Molly the Starkid at Starkidignited. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising and North Node. All the information is below, guys, so I'm going to jump straight into your reading. This is part 1 and part 2 is on Patreon, so I hope to see you guys over there. Alrighty, Gemini. So for this next 30 days, these are timeless, so whenever you're called to watch the reading is the time for you to receive the messages. Personal resources, talents, self-esteem, and money and possessions have been occupying your attention lately. Opportunities to feel more connected to what makes you valuable and to feel emotionally secure in yourself are available as you've been expressing yourself more to those around you, Gemini. Feeling confident and assertive in what makes you special and desiring to be recognized for your efforts, generosity, and creativity. You may have an increased desire for fun, creativity, and play in your close environment with people you see every day in your neighborhood, and opportunities to express yourself through learning and teaching are now available, and to take center stage and to shine. If you're not embodying this energy, you may find that other people are asserting their ideals and creativity onto you, challenging you to assert yourself and own your identity and what makes you special. The next 30 days, you're being drawn to review the ways that you express your identity and all you've learned to create a more harmonious environment. To recognize and know that you are special and valuable, leading to a desire to see this beauty in others as well, and even teach and share the information you've learned to create more connection, beauty, and cooperation with those around you. Awesome, Gemini. So yeah, really interesting. You know, got a lot of creative energy, feeling more assertive in who you are. So that's very exciting. Let's jump into your reading. So Spirit, what is the energy for Gemini over the next 30 days? What would you like to bring to their attention? Awesome. We get Song of the Siren. And this talks about the call, summoning, voice, and to acknowledge. Awesome. So yeah, you might be called to use your voice more, Gemini, to really sing the song of your true heart rather than what other people are projecting onto you, or maybe rather than following somebody else's call and doing that. Your voice is really coming to the forefront to be expressed, to be noticed, and to be recognized. There might be something a bit like maybe taboo, or something that is a bit unappreciated in our society about the ways that you're wanting to express yourself, just because the siren often gets a bad rap of you know, like luring sailors to their death, and all that. She has that mythic lore surrounding her. So you just might, the ways that you express yourself, or the call that you're receiving might be something that's a bit offbeat, or, you know, doesn't really follow the conventions of normal society or the way that other people do things. Just remember, Gemini, that like if you're being summoned to use your voice and a call to action, there's a reason your heart and soul resonates with that. You do need to just center into yourself and maybe ask questions as well about where it's coming from. You know, we want to make sure as well that the call and the song that we sing is actually authentic to us, and it's coming from a place of our true self, which often takes a bit of self-evaluation, and not because, you know, sometimes we can be upset or triggered and we just want to you know, respond to that in a way that is potentially more negative, or something that doesn't really represent the truth of our soul. We want to make sure that the song that we're singing is not going to be something that we will regret in the future, or that's going to do damage to us or someone else. And the way that we can do that is like it's very important to authentically express ourselves, but also to remember that other people have a right to express themselves as well. And the more information that we can take in from both sides, the more equipped we are to have a better understanding, a more well-rounded view of the situation. And maybe we'll even learn something that will add onto our own calling, or that will enlighten us about something that's true to ourselves. Yeah, and I think that's important as well, because there is a call to acknowledge the deeper sides of you and to really, you know, get into the juicy details of who you are, not just skid on the surface. So yeah, really summon to go within and go deeply within and to voice that. Okay. So Spirit, what is the emotion for Gemini? What are they going through at the moment? What is the emotions under the Song of the Siren? Let me have a look. Okay. So we've got a few cards, Gemini. Let's see. Okay. So the first card that we get is Coral with Strength. We get Hermit Crab with Gratitude. Albatross with Endurance. We get Crocodile with Hidden Obstacles. And Fish with Learning. Okay. Alrighty. So I feel like with this, Spirit is just acknowledging that you've had to have a lot of strength to get to this point and to really show some gratitude for yourself. Gratitude for how far you've come in your journey, for how, for the strength and the fortitude it took to, you know, be able to endure whatever this situation has been. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and so it does feel like you've been you've been going through a situation of learning, and what has been involved in that is for you to really rely on your own inner strength, to be able to show gratitude when it's difficult, to be able to see the silver lining, to really tap into what is going well for you, and also to see the beauty and like the higher wisdom in a situation, and to really have gratitude for it even when things are difficult. You've had to really rely on your endurance and like to have a more bird's eye view of the situation, as I said, seeing the bigger picture and really acknowledging and being thankful for the lessons that have come in, because it does look like there's been quite a few hidden obstacles that have maybe disrupted your path. Now remember that redirection is our own protection, and yeah, like if something didn't work or if we were redirected in a certain way, it is Spirit trying to protect us from something that wasn't in our highest path. And for us, that can feel like there's, you know, hidden obstacles here, or, you know, things just delaying us. But life is trying to remind you that you have the strength, you have the endurance to get through it, that you're learning valuable lessons through acknowledging and facing these hidden obstacles. And there has been a really big time of learning. You've, you know, really seen things from all angles, and it's assisted you to come to a deeper understanding of knowing yourself. So let's get some tarot cards on this, Gemini. So Spirit, what is in the highest and best for Gemini? What is going on? What is the situation? How has this Song of the Siren come to be? Why have they had to be so strong to get through the situation? Okay, and we get the Tower card, Gemini. So it does look like something's crumbled. Something that you were reliant on, something that felt like it would be there for a long time, you know, something that you took your time building. With the Tower, it's like we've built this massive tower, but the foundation wasn't strong. There was something wrong that Spirit needed to crumble down, because if we continued to build on it, it would have led us into even more destruction, chaos, misfortune. So when we see the Tower, it often feels quite unexpected. It feels, you know, quite upsetting, because as I said, like, I'm sure if you built a real tower in your physical life and, you know, a lightning bolt came and struck it down, we'd all be quite distraught at that, right? Like, you don't expect something like that. And when the Tower comes, it can feel like lots of chaos, destruction, you know, grief. And it feels like you're feeling quite defeated by this. You may have felt like every time I, erect this castle, someone just comes and kicks it down and I don't understand why, and I'm getting frustrated. But with the Tower, as I said, like, if we're building on something that's not truly meant for us, then Spirit will come and remove it from us because it's not in our highest and best. And then they're trying to get you to focus on what will work, what is going to be long lasting and be able to be built into your future. Because we also get the Emperor card. So this could have had something to do with like an authority figure. So work, maybe a patriarch or someone in the family. It could also just be showing you that you're showing up as the Emperor at this time, Gemini. So someone who is, quite capable. They are a leader. They're fiery. They have a plan. They know where they're going. And it's likely that you're needing to rely on this part of yourself right now to feel like you have the power and the resources to create a foundation that is concrete, that will last. But whatever this situation was with the Tower and the Five of Swords, there was too much conflict. There was a constant a feeling of defeat, but also like of trying to beat someone else, to win over them. And for whatever reason, this has come crumbling down. It's not in your highest alignment to act in this way. And that when we rely on our own inner strength, and as your oracle card said, begin to be grateful for the lessons that we are experiencing, and to really try to recognize deep within our heart, like, are we actually being truthful to ourselves? Is there something here that we're refusing to look at? Or is there something that we could have done better? Did we act out of a part of ourselves that we know wasn't in our highest alignment, but we did it anyway? And potentially that may have been a pattern that is being called to our attention. Okay. What is the challenge, Spirit? For Gemini, what is the challenge? It feels like to be more nurturing of your creativity, to really understand that there is power in your inspiration. There's power in the ideas and the creativity and the passion that you have for something. There's power in that. There's a reason that you're passionate about something. And I think Spirit is trying to get you to move forward with that passion instead of feeling like, the challenge here is to recognize that you are that Queen of Wands, to really nurture your creativity, nurture what you're passionate about, and to take action on it. And to not feel like, things are being taken from you, that there's never any time for this. And like, it's always going to be, taken away. Like, yeah, it might just feel like, like everything I'm building, as we said, is like crumbling down and it gets taken off me. But Spirit is trying to say that, when we're acting out of that, trying to defeat someone energy, that more mental back and forth, that game energy, that is not our highest alignment. To actually leave that energy behind, to walk away from it, and to embrace our more powerful feminine energy. And whether you're masculine or feminine, that Queen of Wands still applies. It's about being more nurturing to the self, more nurturing of those passions, to really to feed them, to be confident in ourselves and to give ourselves positive self-talk as we're bringing that creation to life. Because if we continue to doubt ourselves or continue to feel like, other people just want to try and take from us and defeat us, we'll never be able to get further with what it is that we're truly divinely inspired to do, Gemini. Okay, what was the energy leading up to this? Yeah, so it looks like in the past, like there was definitely plans made and there was a feeling of karmic justice at play. So plans were made, and it looks like in the past you were feeling more balanced. You were feeling like the things that you were looking ahead to in the future, that you were desiring and wanting, that there was a possibility for that, and Spirit was coming through to tell you that, like, there is a karmic justice, there was a karmic justice at play. There was something that was divinely aligned for you. Okay, but yeah, and so that makes sense that, you know, if we were tapping into or really starting to feel into plans of in our highest alignment, that Spirit would then come through and say, like, okay, now that you've bravely made that step, I'm needing to shake things up and show you what's not working, so that you don't continue to build on something that's not working, because you are very creative. You do have a purpose here and a passion that you're meant to follow, and not everything can come with you once you decide to take that really strong new path. What's the next step for Gemini? What's the next step for Gemini? Yeah, so we have a big soul transformation, Gemini. We get the Death card. And so this is all about cutting away what's dead, what's not working, what's just weighing us down, and allowing something to die so that we can be reborn. You may be having ego deaths. So things that previously made you feel quite safe or quite good about yourself, you know, or good in an ego sense, but that your spirit didn't feel was the most powerful version of you. You know, like, so we might have been taking a job that we know isn't in our highest alignment, but it makes us feel good and it makes us good money. And so we just continue to do it, even though potentially in the past we've outgrown it and we knew that there was something new that we needed to do. The next step is to really just surrender to the transformation, surrender to the new energy that wants to be birthed through you, and to maybe apply a little bit of curiosity that there's going to be something new coming. And while we don't have all the answers right now, if we are following our heart, if we're following our intuition, something is going to come in that's even better than what we've lost. And it's likely going to be a new version of ourselves as well that gets to step up to the plate. And that's exciting, because getting to kind of expand yourself beyond what you thought was possible for yourself can be a massive confidence boost. It can really show you, like, just how powerful you are, just how creative you can be, just how strong you are to get through this as well. Okay, so what's Gemini conscious of at this time, Spirit? Okay, so Gemini, I think that you've known that certain things needed to be cut out of your life. You've been really in your power. So we have the King of Swords. So you've been really, like, strong, especially strong-minded, maybe even a little bit stubborn. You're showing up as the king of your suit, which is very good. You know, really, like, using everything you've learned about the mind, communication, you know, charm, wit, all these things. You've been really conscious that you do have a lot of strength in these abilities. But the next card that we get is the Page of Cups. So you might be feeling a bit intimidated to be in your emotional realm, though. It might feel like, you know, having to, like, embrace that beginner's mindset and do something that's a little bit more, that's going to make your heart feel fulfilled and is very aligned emotionally and spiritually, but it might have you feeling a bit inexperienced, you know, or a bit intimidated, because it is going to be a new journey and you're having to start out with that really pure, innocent heart. Now, the thing that with the Page of Cups, he's got a little fish in his cup. So that can be, you know, like a sign of, like, something that we're, like, something like a muse almost. So there might be some kind of, like, new fascination that's caught your heart, a new spiritual insight, a new it could be a new romance. It could be just something that, a new love. So some kind of new, like, love, connection, relationship, or something just really aligned with something that our heart wants to bring into the physical. because the next card that we get from the Page of Cups is the Three of Cups. So it feels like this could definitely have to do with love, that you're more focused on a new love at this time and how you can come together and create more love in your life. This might have to do with an earth sign because we have the Queen of Pentacles. But I also just feel like I think that there's like a new heartfelt opportunity that you're wanting to really devote your time and energy to. And through this, you're wanting to create resources, wealth, and abundance where you're able to nurture other people and assist them. And potentially even like create wealth through this devotion, through your devotion to this new, more heartfelt, I want to say career, so it could have something to do with your career, but this new heartfelt path, you're wanting something that's more nourishing, you know, more aligned with your soul, something that you're going to feel like you're in the flow of life with, and that you're able to actually move forward. So we can see with the Knight of Cups, it's like you want to go out and offer this to people, you know, you want to get moving on this fulfilling idea, and you're conscious that it seems like you are very conscious of your resources and potentially knowing that, you know, you're going to need to have some stability to be able to align yourself with this new opportunity. So let's see what's in the subconscious. So what is the subconscious energy? Awesome. So on a subconscious level, or potentially what you don't want to look at, but you can feel the undercurrents, is the first card we get is the Five of Pentacles. So feeling like maybe if you do this thing that you're going to be left out in the cold, that there's not going to be enough to be able to support yourself. You know, you're going to feel left behind, or really just fearing the danger of that. But the next two cards that we get are quite beautiful. We get the Page of Pentacles and then the Six of Wands. So your higher self is saying that while this might be scary and there might be times where you're not as resourced as you're used to, there's going to be brilliant new opportunities that come through in the physical, new opportunities to make money, new opportunities to create wealth, to feel more stable, and they are going to lead to a success. They're going to lead to a feeling of, overcome, like triumphing. Oh my goodness, why can't I think? Of triumph, you know, of feeling successful, overcoming an obstacle and succeeding and being able to move forward with your desire, with your passion. Okay, so let's see, what is the higher self advice at this time for Gemini? What is the higher self advice at this time for Gemini? So I feel like your higher self is coming through and saying it's time to cut off some old beliefs. It's time to make a decision around following the ways that people have always told you life should be. You know, with the Hierophant, it can be like religious beliefs. It can also just be like the tried and true method, you know, something that's been standing for a long time. And with the Two of Swords coming through, it just looks like needing to make a decision for yourself to cut away any beliefs that no longer serve you, to give yourself permission to do something authentic and creative and aligned with your higher self, rather than potentially what other people or institutions or religions or beliefs have tried to push onto you. And is there an outcome if Gemini aligns with this energy? We have the Judgment card. So being completely reborn, feeling like you're aligned with your higher self, you know, resurrected, reincarnated, like this is a completely new life that you now have available to you. That is the outcome if the lessons of this reading are followed. So let's get some advice, Gemini. What is your higher self advice for the situation right now? Beautiful, beautiful. And is there any last advice from the higher self? Okay. Alrighty. So the first card that we get is Self-Energy, Sever Energetic Cords. Archangel Michael delivers powerful healing to sever energetic cords of attachment and rebalance your energy fields. Brilliant. So needing to maybe consciously sever those cords. If you do find that you're quite attached to something that you know you need to walk away from, ask for angels' assistance. Ask for your higher self to come in and assist you with that, and it will take some of the burden off. Your next card is Resilience, Angel Wings, which says Archangel Michael hands you an energetic key. This sacred key unlocks your etheric wings, allowing your heavenly qualities and gifts to bloom. So there might be, there definitely is heavenly gifts and qualities about you that you haven't tapped into yet in this life, and that are now becoming available to you as you step onto this new path. The next card we get, Gemini, is Release Worry. Pull the plug on worry. Archangel Michael is present to pull the plug on worry. Just ask and it will be done. So if you do find yourself in cycles where you're overthinking, really questioning your path, ask again for angelic assistance. Remember, they can't help you unless you ask. We all have free will, so they will not interfere with us unless we give them permission. But Archangel Michael is just coming through, as is your higher self, to tell you that they want to assist you. They want to, grant you more ease and grace, and to feel aligned, and to really cut away all these cords and attachments that are draining you, as well as the overthinking and worry. Once you make a decision, it's going to feel like a lot of that just slides off, and you're able to move forward and walk forward confidently. Okay, so awesome. So the next card that we get is Programming. Expect something wonderful. So cool. So Archangel Michael asks that each new day is started by setting the intention of expecting something wonderful and exciting. Again, we are like the divine drivers of our life. We get to decide. Nothing can come into our reality unless we've literally energetically aligned to it. So when you are waking up in the morning, just say to yourself, I expect something exciting and wonderful. Whether that's a big, exciting and wonderful thing or a little one, setting that intention is going to just invite that energy into your life more, and can really create a positive flow of good experiences and lucky and good fortune coming to you. Okay, and the next card that we get is Harmonious Lifestyle. Balancing work, play, and rest. Work, rest, and play. Archangel Michael advises you to focus on balancing all facets of your life to create a harmonious lifestyle. Exactly. So making sure, and especially with Gemini, they're so playful, they're so versatile, they're so curious and funny. So making sure that you are getting enough rest, that you are getting enough playtime. Adults tend to shun play or not really allow ourselves to be silly, and it's so refreshing to the soul when we get to just laugh at ourselves and be make jokes and be silly. And don't forget how vital that is to recharge your batteries, as well as making sure that, as it said, there's enough balance between work and rest and play, that one isn't ruling your entire life to the point of burnout and exhaustion. Okay, Gemini, well, I really hope that resonated. I'm going to jump over to part 2 where we look at love, money, and career. So I hope to see you guys over there. If not, have a wonderful next 30 days, and I'll see you in August. Bye, guys.